Continuing discussion on program improvement, I'm going to go over the steps that local educational agencies or schools need to take to remove themselves from that category of program improvement. The local educational agencies need to provide technical assistance to school, notify parents of students, provide parents with choice of alternative school, establish peer review process, reserve and spend no less than 10% of Title I Part A funding on high-quality professional development. That's for the first year. Schools need to revise school plan within 3 months, reserve and spend no less than 10% of Title I funds on staff development, implement plan immediately, and notify parents on status of poor-performing teachers. Now for the second year, it's similar. Local educational agencies have to provide technical assistance, notify parents, provide parents with choice of alternative school, establish a peer review process, and also reserve and spend no less than 10% of that Title I Part A funding on high-quality professional development. For just general schools, revise school plan within 3 months. Also reserve and spend no less than 10% on staff development of those Title I funds, implement plan immediately, notify parents of status on the status of poor performing teachers, and the school must provide supplemental educational services to low-income students. During the third year of corrective action, local educational agencies need to notify parents of corrective action, identify school for corrective action, and has to do one of the following: replace school staff, implement new curriculum, decrease management authority at school, appoint an outside expert, extend the school year or day, and or restructure internal organization of the school. General schools need to revise their school plan within 3 months, reserve and spend no less than 10% of Title I funds on staff development, implement plan immediately, and notify parents on the status of poor-performing teachers. During the 4-year restructuring, both local educational agencies and schools need to communicate with parents and teachers, prepare a plan for alternative governance of the school, and select one of the following: reopen school as a charter school, replace all or most staff including principal, contract with outside entity to manage the school, any other major restructuring that's needed, and the state will take over. This is not an option in California. During the 5th year, they need to implement alternative governance plan developed in 4 years, that was previously developed in the 4th year. School continues in program improvement, and local educational agencies offers choice and supplemental services until school makes the adequate yearly progress, also known as AYP, for 2 consecutive years. A school is able to exit from program improvement after 2 consecutive years of making that adequate yearly progress. Some of the characteristics of PI schools in California, so these are based off of a study done in 2008. So California had 961 Title I districts, which served 10,290 schools. These districts served more than 2.6 million students, or you can look at it as 42% of all public school enrollment. Districts in program improvement were larger on average, with more schools and students, and were more frequently located in urban settings. These districts also tended to have higher proportions of Hispanic, Black, English language learner, and socioeconomical disadvantaged students. Another characteristic was that these districts tend to have more English language learner students and students with disabilities. They are also more likely to be held accountable for the test performance of these subgroups. And at last, these are our resources: the California Department of Education and the study conducted in 2008 called Characteristics of California School Districts and Program Improvement. Thank you.